This is the all-new 2019 BMW 3 Series G20, and there are currently around 1,000 people around this car in Paris, elbowing their way into this car, trying to get a picture, trying to get a good look. So I'm very happy that today I've got the opportunity to take a good look at it and show you all around it. As you can see, we've got a completely new front end with newly designed bumpers. This is a luxury line. That means we've got a lot of chrome in and around the car, especially in the front bumper and around the grille. We've got the new BMW laser headlights, which are optional. Full LED lights are standard on the new 3 Series, both at the front and the rear. Especially notable are these new inlays. Other than that, the design language is very clear. It is very sharp. The lines are very sharp, sharper than before. There are some very cool details. We'll show you a lot of detail shots because the lines on this car are very impressive and very new as well for the 3 Series. Of course, there are a lot of features and hints to other BMW models, so the new X5, the new 8 Series, the 5 Series, and I think we're going to see a lot of this on the new 1 Series as well. Of course, the 3 Series has grown as well, so the wheelbase is longer, the car is bigger as a whole. The center of gravity is lower. I mean, they have tested this car at the Nürburgring for days and days and days just to get this car to handle like a proper 3 Series. Optional M Sport differential, of course, with limited slip. And this car in Mediterranean blue also has the 19-inch individual wheels, which look great on this car. And as we come to the back, you can of course see the BMW Hofmeister King, which is very cool, and in chrome, as you can see, a lot of chrome because this is a luxury line. And when we get to the back, there are some very recognizable BMW lines, especially with the new models, which are these lines that run from the rear light all the way down the side. So it starts here, you can see this line running across the rear light, up and then down the side. And when we get to the rear, you can see that we have completely newly redesigned rear lights, LED. As I said, they run sort of towards the side, which is very cool. At the introduction in March 2019, we will have 2 petrol engines available, the 320i and the 330i, and also a 318D, 320D and a 6-cylinder 330D. Later in 2019, we'll also have an I model, so probably a 330e, and an M340i and performance model. Before we take a look inside, I just want to show you the new BMW 3 Series key. Of course, we know this key from the X5, but it is very nice. And on the inside, we've got a completely new design. It is really revolutionarily different than the previous 3 Series. It has some sort of hint from the new G35 series, but it is much more modern. It is completely different. The menu, the Idrive 7, is completely different as well. We've got a 12.3-inch screen instead of the old dials. We've got a 10.25-inch screen on the center console, which are both optional and part of the BMW Live Assistant package. Of course, we've got the menus in the Idrive system like we know them. They're just redesigned, and they are also designed so that every user can make their own sort of interface and adapt it to their liking. BMW have also been working on a sort of a digital assistant, AI-ish. So if you say, hey BMW, the voice activation activates and you can give it commands like I'm hot, I'm cold, bring me to the nearest gas station, stuff like that. What is the meaning of life? Apparently you can have entire conversations with your BMW. And it also has gesture control, so the moves we know from the 5 Series. Other than that, I mean, this is a lot different than before. We also see a lot of stuff we have seen before, like in the new X5, in the new 8 Series, in the new Z4. So this really is the new direction of the BMW interiors. Alright, that's it for the new BMW 3 Series G20. Thank you for joining me on this very exclusive first look of the new 3 Series. Of course, we can't drive it yet. Production is set for November of this year, introduction March 2019. So we're going to drive it as soon as possible and of course wait for that M340i and possibly M3 2020, 2021. We don't really know yet. But thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the button right here. And we'll see you at the next one. Bye.